in. Jason Wardner ready to drop the puck, and we're ready to go. And Solheim had the draw, but, well, it's in the Crookston zone. Knocked in deeper. Reese Swanson with it for Crookston behind her net. Comes out the left side. Here's Solheim from the pass from Fee. Solheim at the blue line in the Fort Francis zone. They clear the puck out. Here's Clausen. Left it for Fee. Fee is dumped by Allen, and the puck is sent by Fort Francis back in the Crookston zone. Here's Swanson up to Fee. Fee at the Fort Francis blue line comes in, takes a shot, went for the left side, knocked down by the goaltender Bliss's glove. Here's Fee again with it, comes, hits the side of the net. This is the Pirates' young field. And it's sent back, and Fort Francis icing call. It was Jocelyn Field, not Fee, that took the shot. We have Brindley Coleman out with Jocelyn Field and Brecken Tull now. Face off to the right of Bliss. And they drop the puck. Comes to Tull, back to the point. Morgan Nelson, a shot way off the mark. Off in the far corner. There's Coleman. Brindley lost the control of the puck, but kept in on the point by Bailey. She lost it, knocks it back in. Fort Francis turns around. That's Cross. Got it up to the big left winger, Pope. She is tied up by Bailey. The puck goes to Jocelyn Field. She's at her own blue line now, is trying to get away from Farmington. She does, up to Tull. Tull at the blue line in Fort Francis zone again. She takes a shot, it goes wide. It's behind the net in the corner. Crookston trying to keep it in, won't be able to do it. Farmington gets it out to center, but loses it. Coming back is Solheim. Dumped in the zone by the Pirates LaPlante. And here is Swanson. They keep it in. The puck comes to Fee in the right circle. Fee dumps it to Solheim behind the net, trying to get it back. It bounces to Fee. She knocks it back to the point, kept in by Clausen. Now Solheim with it. Cassie Solheim spins around, dumps it in the near corner. Fort Francis zone. Taylor Field ties up back there. Puck taken by Sinclair. They get it out in front in the pass. Not seeing it till it was too late was McQuaker. It's back at the Crookston blue line. The puck, Pirates have it to Fee. Fee looking up for Field behind her, but her sister takes it in the zone. This is Jocelyn Field by herself. Still by herself, but the Pirates are changing on the go here. Behind the net, Jocelyn Field takes a shot, spinning around in front. Went for the far side, but left-handed glove by Bliss. Pirates have 2 shots on goal. The only 2 in the game. Face off again to the right of the Fort Francis goaltender. Fort Francis up the boards, trying to get it out. Kept in by Tull. Corner. Here is Coleman. Circles around, still behind the net. Now she's tied up, picked up by Tull. Comes to Field, Jocelyn Field. She spins around a defenseman, now behind the Fort Francis net. Field looking, comes to Tull. Weak shot on net. She was stick checked as she shot. Bliss made the save. Now here's Field, shot right on, saved by the goaltender Bliss. Rebound, they battle in front. I think Brindley Coleman might have knocked it in, but it was after the whistle, waved off, and we'll have a face-off in the Fort Francis zone again. Good work there by the Jocelyn Field line. Solheim out, take the draw, they tie up, picked up by Taylor Field. She leaves it for Fee in the corner. Fee battling with a couple defensemen there. Still, Taylor Field comes in. Fee goes down, so does a Fort Francis player. A little pushing and shoving there, but Fee gets it back to Solheim. Cassie takes a shot, tipped by Field in front, and a pad save by the goaltender, Bliss. There's Fort Francis. They can't get it out. Kept in by Clausen to Fee in the corner. Fee tried to backhand it in front. I think it hit Taylor Field. Bounces back in the corner. Here's Solheim to Fee behind the net. Back to Solheim. Cassie lost it. Pinching in is Clausen. Put it too far for Solheim. Now Field knocks it down. Pinching in on the other side is Bailey. And the puck is the Pirates along the far boards. Comes back to Fee on the point. Her one-time slap shot goes floating high and wide. Here comes right in front to Crookston, and Field couldn't handle the puck. Now Solheim, a shot goes wide. Taylor Field goes in the corner to Tall. Tall being tied up there. Cassie Solheim. They come back to the point. Keeping it in is Emma LaPlante by herself. Now she's tied up by a defenseman. The puck right in front. A shot right on by Tall, but a nice glove save by Madison Bliss. And the face-off will be in the Fort Francis zone. Jocelyn Field. Tall and Coleman out there for Crookston. Jocelyn Field with it. Field stops, looks, flips it over in the corner. Coleman couldn't get it to Field. It's knocked by Fort Francis, and they'll clear it out to center. Pass taken and intercepted by Jocelyn Field. Try to get it to Coleman, knocked away from her. Fort Francis got it in the Crookston zone. It's right at the blue line. Tall backhanded up to the Fort Francis blue line. Tall keeps it in. It's behind the net. Comes back to the point. Nelson and Morgan keeps it in as she goes to her knees. Back is across. The defenseman falls down. Fee picks up the puck, circles out in front, right in front. And Field was being checked there. That was Taylor Field. Now Jocelyn Field. She lost it, and Fort Francis is going to ice the puck. Yeah, they're going to wave it off as it bounces right on net. There's a circling around for the Pirates. Long pass up to center to Fee. She's coming in and makes a couple moves, gets in the zone right up the slot, going to let a shot go. She was checked just as she let the shot go. It comes back to the point, kept in by Swanson. She's tied up along the boards by a couple Fort Francis players. Now it's punched in the corner. Taylor Field goes after it. Taylor looking in front, and now she tried to make a move in her own zone. Lost the puck, comes out to center, back at her, just inside the blue line. Bree Swanson up to Fee. Fee comes in the zone now. Fee looking, takes a shot, and that was gloved by the goaltender Bliss. And we have 10:09 to go in our first period of play. There's no score. Crookston's outshot the Fort Francis Muskies 6-1 thus far. There's a puck laid down, and Crookston away with it, trying to flip it toward net was Coleman. Jocelyn Field centers right in front. Brecken Tallish, point blank shot right on. And here's Crookston keeping it in. It's Bailey. Amber Bailey takes a shot, padded away by the goaltender Bliss. Now Coleman behind the net, putting on some pressure, knocked away by Sinclair. Fort Francis up the boards. Bailey keeps it in. Now after it is Jocelyn Field. She's tied up and taken by Fort Francis off the boards, and that'll be back. Won't be far enough for icing. Bailey plays it. Comes up to Tall. Brecken Tall headmans it to Coleman. Goes to Jocelyn Field. Did not catch the pass, and Fort Francis sends it down ice. Ices the puck. And the face-off will come back in the Fort Francis zone. Solheim, Taylor Field, and Fee out there with Clausen and Nelson on defense. Puck drop, knocked in the corner. After it is Fort Francis, gave it right to Taylor Field, tried to center it right to the right of the goal. Field in front, goes to the forehand, had it knocked down. Solheim had it knocked away. Now back at the point, it's out to center. Taylor Field back for it. Taylor now comes up to Fee at center, goes across too far for Solheim. It's in the Fort Francis zone though, and Field can't keep it in. And Fort Francis now. Fee intercepts the pass. Back at her own blue line, couldn't get the pass over. It bounces around. And Fort Francis, Marley Bliss sends it back in the Crookston zone. Here's Clausen coming out behind Solheim. And right back comes Fort Francis in the Crookston zone. That's Easton. She couldn't keep it in. Now Sinclair at her blue line. Backhands it in, not deep. And Morgan Nelson comes out. Morgan, nice move. Comes in. She's coming in by herself. That's a shot going right into the goaltender, Bliss, who makes the save. She had a little corner on the glove side, but couldn't get it there. Morgan Nelson looking for her first goal of the year and first goal in 2 years. Here's Crookston. Nice little move at her own blue line by LaPlante. Now Crookston's Jocelyn Field comes in the Fort Francis zone, try to drag it around the defenseman, but Calder made a nice play to knock it down. Calder in her own corner, tried to slip it out the far boards, but Reese Swanson keeps it in. Back to Jocelyn Field. Again, it's with it is Swanson has it knocked away. Fort Francis, nice pass over. Tried to get it over to Wilson, but she couldn't handle with the stick on the pass. Crookston gets it up to Jocelyn Field at center, gets away from Fry. Now in the zone, check from behind by Farnington. Now keeping it in the blue line is LaPlante, works to the middle. LaPlante takes a shot, and that doesn't get to the net. And Fort Francis sends it off the boards back in the Crookston zone. Here's Reese Swanson. Long pass up to Taylor Field at the Fort Francis blue line. Backhands it in the zone. Solheim after it. Cassie Solheim, she's tied up. Digging it out is Taylor Field. Field back to Solheim. She spins around with the puck, goes in front, backhander, and that goes up high and wide off the glass. Taylor Field again with it. Behind the Crookston net. Back, they try to get it out. Kept in by Morgan Nelson. Comes across, Bailey a shot right on. Saved by the goaltender. Bliss, Fee now along the near boards. Couldn't get it to pass. Now kept in by Bailey. Fee goes across to Field, a shot right on. And again, Madison Bliss right there makes her 12th save of the first period already with 6:27 to go. In period number one, your scoreboard update for Drafts Sports Bar and Grill. It's no score, Crookston and Fort Francis. Jocelyn Field, the 8th grader for Crookston, back to the point. Morgan Nelson is shot right on. A pad save by the goaltender. And with it is Lucas Enberg. Ophelia got it out of her own zone, but Crookston jamming it up just outside the blue line, and Coleman trying to keep it in, can't. They get at center at the Crookston blue line, knocked down by Morgan Nelson, made another nice move, gets into the Fort Francis zone, lets a shot go, hit a Fort Francis player, and the Pirates try to clear it back to the point, but knocked away by Fort Francis, and out they come to center ice. With it is Sienna Tom, a defenseman. She walks right in, a backhander right on. Nice save by Friggy, her first big save of the game, her second of the game. Here's the puck pass to Coleman off her stick, backhanded down by Tull. Now it's at center, the Pirates changing. Fort Francis a 3-on-1, odd man in front. Oh, and Fanning on a shot. Good chance for McQuaker, did not get it on net. Now the Pirates in their own zone. There's a pass up, and that'll be grabbed by Fee. Fee had lost off her stick and picked up by Taylor Field. Fee comes in the zone with Field. Taylor looking, backhanded in front. Fee a back, couldn't get the rebound backhander on. It's iced by Fort Francis. Down to 4:51 to go, first period. No score, Crookston's outshot Fort Francis 14-3. Well, the coach said, even though we lost 7-0 last night at East Grand Fork, goaltending is still our strength. Off the draw, Solheim got it to Fee, and her backhanded pass is picked off, and this will be a breakaway. Coming for Fort Francis, a shot right on. Great save by Friggy on the breakaway. Here's Fee, made that errant pass. Maddie was glad Friggy came up, got her back on that one. Here's Clausen, comes up to Fee, pass to Solheim at center, knocked their pass intercepted and sent back in by Lucas Enberg. Here's Clausen, got around one forward. Now pass up to Fee, just off her stick. Fee along the near boards, off the stick of Cassie Solheim. Bliss with it. Marley Bliss takes it to the far boards around the Crookston net. Still going along with Bailey. Put it behind on the other side. And back to the point, and unable to get a shot away, and it was knocked out to center by Taylorfield. Sent back in by Fort Francis, who tags up. So no icing. There's Bailey to Field. Field pass to Fee on the left side. And back comes LaPlante. She goes up, pass knocked down on the play, Taylorfield. Jocelyn Field has it. Field off the boards and kept in by LaPlante. Tall knocked it in deeper, but Fort Francis back at center. Here's Bailey. Bailey, right wing pass. Coleman knocked it back to the Pirates, and here comes Tall. Right circle, goes across Jocelyn Field. Couldn't get a shot away. Lost the puck. Fort Francis up and not out. Morgan Nelson had kept it in. Now in front. The puck is cleared away by Fort Francis. Clausen back at her blue line. Clausen gets by one. Tull goes up to Jocelyn Field. Field shot goes wide. Here's Coleman in the near corner in the Fort Francis zone. 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. No score. Along the boards, Fort Francis couldn't get it out, and kept in by Morgan Nelson to Coleman. Coleman takes the shot that goes wide. Now Fort Francis again try to flip it out. They do to center, but Morgan Nelson there. She'll come, pass to Fee was picked off again as Fort Francis are taking the puck away, that time from Clausen. Here's Taylorfield in front of her own net, circles around, comes out to center quickly. She's flying now down the sideline, but didn't take the puck in the zone. Sent back to the Crookston blue line. Morgan Nelson got it out and then sent back in offside by Fort Francis. Face-off will be outside the Crookston blue line. Minute 43 to go in the first period. It's no score, Crookston and Fort Francis. Here's Crookston, Taylorfield to Swanson. Swanson center to Solheim. Cassie up the board, try to get it to Fee. Comes back to Solheim. There it goes. Fee out muscles for the puck. Goes to Taylorfield on the far board. She has it taken away by Fort Francis. And it's back to the Crookston blue line. That's LaPlante. Emma sends it off Solheim's stick. It's back to LaPlante inside her own blue line. Circles by one. Now she's in the zone. LaPlante up the middle and goes trickling wide of the net. Now here's Fort Francis. Knocked away. Back forward is Kenny. Under a minute to go in the first period. No score. Here's along the boards, Solheim back to the point. Swanson knocked away back in the neutral zone area. And it's sent back in the Crookston zone. Puck is at her own blue line, knocked away from Tall. It went back and LaPlante knocked away from her and sent back by Fry into the Crookston zone. 24 seconds to go in the first period. No score hockey game. Here is LaPlante. Her flip in front of her own bench sent it into the Crookston players bench. So 15 seconds to go for the Pirates. And here's Bailey. Bailey in the zone with the puck. Comes in a shot, and it went up high and wide of the net. And with 4.2 seconds to go, it's face-off to the left of the net. Madison Bliss is the goaltender for face-off to the left of Bliss. Puck dropped, it's sent toward goal. Bliss puts it behind her net, comes out in front, nobody can touch it, and that ends your first period of play. Pirates put on some pressure there, but didn't get anything by Madison Bliss, the senior goaltender for Fort Francis. So we have no penalties, no score, and Crookston put 15 shots on goal to 4 for Fort Francis. After one period of play here at the Crookston Sports Center, it's the Crookston Pirates nothing and Fort Francis Muskies nothing in high school girls hockey at the Crookston Sports Center. We'll be back, give you all the stats and more after these words. And we'll try to do that here in just a bit. Go to the hockey story on KROX, and there should be a link on there to get you to the YouTube channel that we're broadcasting on, a couple of our KROX platforms, and also it's KROX on a radio. We're also, that's heard around the world on a radio stream as well. We'll be back right after this.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
0-0 after one period of play. Crookston and Fort Francis here at the Crookston Sports Center. No scoring. We had no penalties in the first period. And we did have Crookston with 15 shots on goal. So Madison Bliss had 15 saves. And Fort Francis had 4 shots on goal. Campbell Friggy had 4 saves. So 15-4. The Pirates over with a scoreless first period here. The Pirates are 1-1 on the season, 1-0 in Section 8A, and Fort Francis came in 11-4. That's including their 7-0 loss last night at East Grand Forks Civic Center. Crookston, the Pirates will be off till Friday of next week again. Day after Thanksgiving, they'll be at Thief River Falls tournament. It's not really a tournament, a classic, because they got specified teams. Crookston will play West Fargo United. They've always had some good battles with them, and that'll be at 5 o'clock varsity. I don't think any JV games in that one either. But that'll be at 5 o'clock. We'll have that on KROX about 4:30. And then Saturday morning again at the Ralph at 10 o'clock, they'll play Fergus Falls. And they've always had great games with the Otters. And that will be at 10 o'clock Saturday morning. We'll have that on KROX as well. It'll be on radio only on both Friday night and Saturday. The first Class A and Class AA polls were released this week. In Class A, the number 1 ranked team is the defending state champs, the Warroad Warriors, who are off to a good start as well. I see they beat number 4 Simley last night at Simley 4-1. And today, Warroad plays at Holy Angels Academy. The number 1 and 2 ranked teams in Class A are battling it out down at the cities. Crookston, the Pirates were ranked number 9 in the top 10 in the polls. I don't have the rest of the seeds. I do know Minnetonka was ranked number 1 in Class AA. They're unanimous number 1 in AA. And I believe Warroad was the same in Class A. So the Pirates, some early season recognition, but they got to keep that going. An ability to score here in the first period anyway, a 0-0 game after one period of play. We'll be back. We'll have more coming up here in just a bit on KROX Radio.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at GoHugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Come see the Crookston or Foston Eye Clinic for all your eye care needs. Whether you're due for an eye exam, looking for new contact lenses, glasses, need cataract surgery, or anything else eye-related, Drs. Forget, Smith, and Genanetta are all accepting new patients. They offer a wide array of glasses, contacts, and sunglasses. Need specialized eyewear for a specific activity? From specific ski or snowmobile goggles to performance sunglasses for running or cycling to a full spectrum of specialty tints and eyewear for trap shooters, the Crookston or Foston Eye Clinic can help maximize your visual performance for whatever your passion is.
Hello, this is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community Crookston. Over the years, we have seized the opportunity to make changes and improve the services that we offer. Healthcare has taken on a very distinct evolution, focusing on post-acute, short stay, and return to home. It is our privilege to continue to serve our community with continuum of care ranging from assisted living, memory care, post-acute, short stay, and extended care. We are so grateful for the support of Crookston and the surrounding communities. In this season of giving and reflection, please know how very proud Benedictine Living Community of Crookston is to serve our community.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
We're back here at the Crookston Sports Center, where Crookston and Fort Francis haven't solved much after one period of play, no scoring between the two. First of two games today for Fort Francis, the Muskies. After this game, they'll hop in their charter and head to Detroit Lakes, where they'll play another Section 8A team, the Lakers, at 6 o'clock tonight at Detroit Lakes. They played a Section 8 team last night as well, East Grand Forks, and they lost 7-0 to the Green Wave. So the Pirates get their sticks going here. And Bliss had a couple real good saves, point blank one, and a nice glove save in that first period. And Campbell Friggy had to make one stop and a breakaway, and had a one really good save there for the Pirates, who outshot the Muskies 15-4. Muskies are out on the ice. Pirates taking a little longer in the locker room. And we'll see if that works out for them. There's still a minute 19 on the clock to run down. I think I've mentioned this before. I'm not sure why they put the clock up there. Evidently, that's what the coaches want. The old days, I just liked to get on the ice, and there was no time on the clock. Zamboni was done. You came out and started hockey. But the buzzer went to alert the Pirates that you have a minute to get on the ice here. So, a little longer talk to the girls, evidently, or they were talking amongst themselves. But Fort Francis is sort of looking for the girls. Here's the coaching staff, Emily out there with Stacy Olson, Andy Fee, assistants. And here come the Pirates now with 8 seconds to go. The clock running. So they'll have very little time here. Take a lap. And then they gather around Campbell, Friggy. They shall break it up quickly. Pirates are waving. Somebody was taking a picture behind the goal there. So here we go. Solheim facing off with Alum. And it's Crookston Fee with it. Try to get it into the Fort Francis zone, but it's back at center and knocked back in the Crookston zone. Reese Swanson goes back for it. In the corner. Looking, well, she's still battling there. Leaves the puck for Solheim. Backhanded to Reese Swanson in the near corner. And the Pirates looking to come out. Up to Fee. She's at center. Backhanded pass to Taylor Field. Knocked it in, but right back out by Fort Francis. Clausen to Swanson at her own blue line. Off the boards, Taylor Field. Taylor with it now. Up to Fee. A little too far. Fee wasn't expecting it right at the blue line. Now it's back Fort Francis trying to get it out. Pirates pinch, couldn't get it. Pope is in the Crookston zone. In the right circle, stops, looks for a teammate. Try to slide it for Bliss, Marley Bliss, but it's taken by Solheim in the corner. Taylor Field now. She has Fort Francis girl right on her. Taken away. Fort Francis now back to the point. With it is Sinclair. She had it knocked away by Fee, but Sinclair got enough on it to keep it in. Fee again works it away, but the Pirates couldn't walk out. There's a little quick wrist shot going wide, but grabbed by Friggy. Face-off will be to Campbell's left side. Draw one by Fort Francis. Behind her net is Morgan Nelson. Tipped it to Jocelyn Field. She tried to work it out. Didn't carry the puck, though, and it's back Ashlyn Bailey. Behind her net. Bailey looks, bounces it up to Tall. Headmans it to, here's a headman pass up to Coleman. Brindley in, right circle, a shot. That's tipped. It bounces toward the goal, and Bliss reaches down and grabs it on a bounce. And a face-off will be in the Fort Francis zone to the left of the goaltender. Bliss dropped the puck. Fort Francis with it. Calder tried to get it out. Kept in by Bailey. Behind the Fort Francis net is Coleman. She's pinned in the corner and kicks it away to herself, pushes it back to Morgan Nelson on the point. Here's a shot right on, save, rebound. Tull couldn't get her stick on, and the puck is back to the point, kept in by Morgan Nelson again. Right circle, pass to Tull. She tipped it wide of the net. Now Fort Francis gets it by, and it goes back in the Crookston zone. They wave off icing. Ashlyn Bailey will play the puck. Circles behind her own net. Bailey up to center in the Fort Francis zone, around a defenseman, takes a shot, shoots it way wide. Puck around the boards, out at center now. With it is Fry. Sends it in the Crookston zone. Pirates come up, pass for Taylor Field, and that was off the mark and will be icing on Crookston. 14:56 to go in the second period of play. The Pirates and Fort Francis no score. Face off to the right of Friggy. Solheim on the draw. Well, nobody wins it. Pirates try to carry it out. Can't. Now Cassie Solheim bounces it, but not out. Kept in by Fort Francis. Now Tiedemann digs it out. As it's slapped away, Fort Francis back in the Crookston zone, but Solheim carries it out now. Here's Solheim at the blue line, knocked away, sent back in the Crookston zone. Back for it is LaPlante. Comes up the near side for Taylor Field. Carries it back behind her own goal. Field now to Fee. Fee back to Field, a little too far for her. Sent back in the Crookston zone. Now here comes Swanson. She's poked away. Back in is Evans. Evans in the corner. Field has it. LaPlante to Solheim. Pass to Fee. It's off her stick. back at center, back at her own blue line. This is the Pirates at center. Fee with it. She'll send it off the boards in the Fort Francis zone. Pirates changing. And Fort Francis looks to Kenny. Couldn't get it out. It's back behind the net. Lucas Inberg up on the near boards. And the puck is centered, but goes back to Morgan Nelson on the point. Top of the right circle. Her shot hit a Fort Francis player. Muskie sent it down ice. I think they're going to call icing. I thought they were going to maybe wave that off, but they did not. And an icing call on Fort Francis. Face off to the right of Madison Bliss, senior goaltender for Muskies. Off the draw, Jocelyn Field wins it back to the point. Here's a shot by Nelson. Right on the rebound was right there. Came Lewis, but Brindley Coleman couldn't get a stick on it. Brindley has it in the corner. Comes out. Now a backhander. Here's a stuff shot. Oh, and getting over there was Bliss on a nice reaction to get over as Jocelyn Field was looking to stuff it. And I thought she might have had it, but the goaltender Bliss had it under her. Face off to the right side, and they call an unfair drop of the puck. They'll do it again. And it's dropped. Won by Crookston. Tall back to the point. Morgan Nelson, her shot hits Fort Francis player, but they can't get it out. Morgan Nelson shot goes wide. Coleman along the near boards. Battles there. Try to get it back to the point. It flips up in the air and off the top of the glass and out of play. .12:41 to go, second period. We have no score. Crookston and Fort Francis. Solheim on the draw, banks it back in the Fort Francis zone, not deep. Calder sends it back outside, and the Pirates are called for icing. Emma LaPlante's pass a little too far for anybody. So they'll bring the puck all the way back in the Crookston zone. To the right of Friggy. Solheim, the draw is won by Fort Francis. Calder trying to keep it in. Solheim couldn't, the Pirates trying to tip it out. Here's Fee with it at center ice. She'll carry it in, then lost the puck. Still battling there, and Fort Francis tips it out to center. Here's Bailey, comes over to Tiedemann. Tiedemann tried to stick handle in the zone, knocked away from her. And back is Fort Francis in the Crookston zone. LaPlante put it off the glass. Taylor Field carried it back. Now here's Fort Francis, a shot, sticked away by Friggy. Fee behind her net. She has two Muskies on her. Over to Ashlyn Bailey. Bailey in the corner to Fee. Fee up is Fort Francis changing on the fly, and the Fee's pass way off the mark. And an icing call again on Crookston. Face off to the left of Friggy. Jocelyn Field on the draw, wins it in the corner to Clausen. Behind her net to Swanson. Swanson comes out the left side, carries it up, and Swanson's at center ice in the Fort Francis zone. Right circle, centers it in front, tipped right on, saved by Bliss. I think that was Jocelyn Field that got the tip on. Good save by Bliss, point blank. Here's Reese Swanson. She's tied up and taken down. That should be a cross-checking call coming up on Fort Francis. And they'll call cross-check. That'll be on, I don't know, it's on Pope? No. No, I can't see who it's on. Looks like Wilson, Emma Wilson. will get the first penalty of the game at the 5:57 of the second period. Face off in the Fort Francis zone. Off the draw. Pirates with it, Tall. Here in the corner, Tall to Jocelyn Field. Field away from one stick, now to Tall. Her pass knocked away by Fort Francis, comes back to Morgan Nelson. Her shot wide of the net. Now Fort Francis trying to get it out. They put it off the boards by Bailey. She gets it over to Nelson, back to Bailey. A little off the mark there. Bailey with it. Stick handles by one. Fort Francis in the zone, flips a high pass, too high, and goes in the corner. Tall, back to the point to Nelson. Goes back in the corner. Coleman digs it out, comes in. A backhander right on. The rebound is still laying there. The goaltender down, and Tall has it. Back to Nelson. Nelson's shot, and that hits a defenseman in front, goes off to the far corner. Still with 10 minutes to, well, they don't have the penalty up on the board, so here's back is Nelson. Comes up to Taylor Field, to Fee. Fee's in the zone now on the power play, the Pirates. She comes back to Taylor Field, goes right in front, tipped away, back to the point. It's Bailey, a shot, grab, they score. The Pirates, Ashlyn Bailey, will get the first goal of the game. The Pirates score on a power play, and that comes at the 7:24 mark. Well, I'm not sure if it was tipped in front or not. Cassie Solheim sort of came and was the first one through the line there, so I'll have to wait for the call there. Puck dropped, it's Bailey, up to Fee. That was Cassie Solheim's Fee, a shot right on. Solheim from Bailey. There's a tip on Bailey's shot. Here's another shot by Theon, and Bliss makes the save. So at the 7:24 mark, Cassie Solheim scores her first goal of the season from Ashlyn Bailey on the power play. First power play goal of the season for the Pirates. They worked on it all week, or a lot during the week. There's a puck gets by, and icing again on Fort Francis. Face off to the left of Bliss. Field take the draw this time. She wins the draw to Solheim. Couldn't get it back to the point, but Swanson pinches in, keeps it in. Fee has it, looking in front, nobody there. And here's Fort Francis with the puck all the way back in the Crookston zone. Goes Reese Swanson. Reese stops, gets away from a Fort Francis attacker. Goes to Solheim behind her net. Solheim over to Clausen. They come up the near boards. Nobody over here. It's back to the point. Calder takes the shot, knocked down by Swanson. She comes up with Taylor Field. Reese Swanson now crosses in the Fort Francis zone. Comes back to Field. Off her stick. Couldn't get toward the net. And Taylor Field ducks under a check. Puck comes back to Tall. Here's a pass to Tall from Clausen, intercepted by Fort Francis. They clear the zone, but right back in is LaPlante. She dumps it in and chases it. Goes back behind the Fort Francis net. They battle there. Fort Francis sends it along the boards here, but kept in by the Pirates. Now it's grabbed by Tall. She knocks it down, sends it in the far corner. Fort Francis gets there first. 7:45 to go in the second period. And we got another penalty coming up on Fort Francis. It's getting up slowly as Brecken Tall. checking call on Fort Francis Alum. So Crookston will be on the power play. And we're underway with that. Here is Solheim tied up, kicks it to herself. She's in the near corner. Solheim still with it. Fee in front, couldn't get the shot away. Fee still with it, goes to Solheim again. Behind the net, in front, Taylor Field, shot right on. Fee on the rebound, couldn't get it on net. Here's a backhander, still knocked down. It's Tiedemann with it. Tiedemann now flips a little nice touch pass to shot goes wide. Fee with it, looks in front, sends it across to Solheim. Solheim backhands it to Fee behind in the near corner now. Fee still with it on a power play. The Pirates goes back to the point. Morgan Nelson dumps it for Solheim. Comes back out in the high slot. Over to Nelson. Goes to Fee, right side. Put it in front. And Taylor Field, a backhander, gets it by the goaltender Bliss. And the Pirates take a 2-0 lead on another power play. This comes at the 10-16 mark. So Taylor Field will get her second goal of the season. And from Fee, and there's another one. Morgan Nelson. Taylor Field from Fee and Nelson at 10-16. We got a timeout here, Cass Lake. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after these couple words.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Minnesota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
After the timeout for Fort Francis, the Muskies win the draw and get it in the Crookston zone. Circling behind and around the far boards is Kenny, puts it toward the Pirate net, goes wide through the crease area, and now it's Ashlyn Bailey. Bailey stops, puts it in the corner, but Fort Francis is there. They pass behind the Crookston net, try to center it. Goes to the far boards, flipping it toward the Crookston net with Sinclair, sticked away by Friggy. And now the Pirates, Morgan Nelson. Morgan, two Fort Francis players as they change up a little for checking. They're a little more aggressive on it anyway. Here's Jocelyn Field coming out of her own zone. Field to center ice, looking to Coleman on the right. Coleman back to Field, was too far. They go after it in the corner. Jocelyn Field with it, flips it behind her own, behind the Fort Francis net, but it sends back to the point, kept in by Clausen. She kicks it to Coleman, to Field, goes back to the point over the stick of Reese Swanson, and the Pirates will go back for it. 5.5 minutes to go, second period. Crookston, 2 power play goals here in the second, lead 2-0. Here's Clausen to behind their own net. Clausen plays catch with her defensive partner. And Kaylee tried to carry it out, could not do it. It's knocked down. Taylor Field now. Field comes out, sends it in the Fort Francis zone. She's going behind the Crookston net. Fort Francis with it, trying to get out, and gets by the Pirates, and they wave off icing. They thought Kaylee Clausen was taking the long way to get to the puck. Now it's in the Crookston zone. Clausen knocked at it, goes to Taylor Field. Field works it up along the boards. It's sent back behind the net, up this near side. Tied up in the Crookston corner, dug out by Reese Swanson. Swanson stops, gets away from one Muskie. Well, stops again, goes behind her net. Clausen with it. Kaylee Clausen, her pass right in the stick of Farmington. Carried it in, but the Pirates come back out with it. Cassie Solheim knocks it back to Swanson. Swanson flips and wants an icing call, and face-off will go back in the Crookston zone. 4:06 to go, second period of play. Scoreboard update for Draft Sports Bar and Grill. It's 2-0 Crookston with the lead. No JV game. Face-off to the right of Friggy. It's controlled by Crookston. LaPlante. Well, it's knocked away now. Centered in front, comes back to the point, and they just dump it. That's Tom, dumps it in the corner. Fort Francis centers it in front, and the puck is loose, but deflects to Coleman. Brindley muscles her way out to center. Backhanded passes off the mark. And Lucas Engberg back for it. She gets it to center. There's LaPlante back at her blue line. Tipped it up for Bailey. And they call offside on Fort Francis. So Jocelyn Field face off with Marley Bliss. The puck is back to Crookston. Bailey leaves it for LaPlante. Nice little move. Frees some space. Gets it to Coleman. Brindley. She's in the zone, drops it for Field, off the glove of the goaltender Bliss over the net and off the glass. Crookston trying to keep it in. Field with it, but Fort Francis has it back, and they do not get it out. Bailey, good job of keeping it in. Ashland turns around, gets by one. Now she's along the boards, poked off the play, a little pushing and shoving there, and now Crookston up the boards, and they do get it out of the zone. There's Field. Is it for Bailey? Bailey, pass for Taylor Field, picked off by Calder. She sent it to Pope, who dumps it in the Crookston zone. Pirates again will try. This is LaPlante. Up over the stick of Field. The defenseman fanned on the puck and then fell down. Taylor Field in the zone with it now, looking at the blue line. No, it comes out. He has to tag up. Now the Pirates go, Field carries it back in. Sends it along the boards on the far side. The Pirates, well, they didn't have anybody over there. Now it's dug out by the assistant captains for Farmington for Fort Francis. Try to go up the middle, knocked away by Clausen. Haley takes it in the corner, but Farmington sends it along the far boards. Fee over there. Pass, nice pass up to Taylor Field. Field on the move now. She's in the Fort Francis zone, stops, looks, doesn't have anybody with her, lets a shot go, it's wide. And now it's dug out by Cassie Solheim to Fee. Fee muscling there, but had it taken away behind the Fort Francis net. Comes out to center ice. Here's Nelson. Nelson to Fee at the blue line. In the zone, bounces a shot in off the glove of the goaltender Bliss. Here's Jocelyn Field. Gets away. She's in the slot area. Doesn't let a shot go. Now try to get it back to Nelson. Couldn't do it. Field knocked down. The puck comes back to the boards and carried out by Evans. Evans in the Crookston zone. She lost the puck. Under a minute to go in the second period. 2-0 Crookston. Now the Pirates off the boards, out to center. It's picked off a backhander right on by Marley Bliss. Saved by Friggy. Back to the point. Shot, knocked down. Jocelyn Field will try to carry it out. She does. Field at the blue line. Fort Francis lost the puck. Stick handling there at the blue line. Fort Francis comes back. Here's a chance coming in. Right circle, wrist shot right on, saved by Friggy. Another shot, they score. Right in the slot, I think that was Marley Bliss. Put it right between the pads on the ice. Past Friggy. And a big goal there with 24.5 seconds to go in the second period. So Marley Bliss, a sophomore, coach's daughter, gets the goal to get Fort Francis on the board. Here's puck is controlled by Fort Francis on the draw. Ella Evans gets the assist on that. There's the puck in front of the Crookston net again. 4 seconds to go. The Pirates, Taylor Field, but the buzzer will go here. That ends the second period of play. Well, the Pirates got strong there with a couple power play goals in the middle of the second period. And looked like things would be good, but 24 seconds to go in the second period. Fort Francis scored and got back within one. So we're at the end of 2 periods of play, and it's a tight one here. Crookston's outshot Fort Francis 30-8 after 2, but they lead just 2-1. We'll be back. Look at the scoring and more coming up in just a bit on KROX.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
Baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling.
So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
Band,
choir, visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is my education destination.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Crookston Valley Cooperative would like to thank area growers for their patronage this year and wish you all a safe and prosperous harvest. Since 1979, Crookston Valley Cooperative has been your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering on the products and service that you've come to expect. For all your fall fertilizer needs, stop by or call Jake at 281-1178. Crookston Valley Cooperative, here to keep you growing.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
2-1 Crookston has the lead after 2 periods of play. Nobody scored in the first period. In the second period, Pirates started it off at this about halfway through the period, the 7:24 mark, when Ashlyn Bailey kept the puck in at the point. Bailey let a shot go, and it flecked in, And Cassie Solheim was the one that got a piece of it to stick it by the goaltender Bliss. So Cassie Solheim gets her first goal of the season, assisted by Ashlyn Bailey on a power play at 7:24. Then about 3 minutes later, not quite, but the Pirates scored their second power play goal. And that was good puck movement by the Pirates. At the far point, Morgan Nelson spotted Addie Fee to the right side of the net and made a nice pass to Fee that put a shot on. The rebound came right out to Taylor Field, who stuffed it in. Taylor Field scores from Addie Fee and Morgan Nelson. Another power play at 10:16. The Pirates had a 2-0 lead. Looked like they were going to go into the locker room with a 2-goal lead, but Fort Francis had other ideas. 24.5 seconds to go in the period. Fort Francis scored. It was Marley Bliss, sophomore centerman. She had the puck right in the slot area, let a quick shot go, and it got between the 5-hole on the ice from an assist to Evans at 16:36 officially. And Crookston lead is 2-1 after two. Two penalties in the game. They both came in the second period on Fort Francis, and both resulted in power plays for the Pirates. 2 for 2 on the power play is Crookston in this game. The Pirates were 0 for 8, I think, in the first two games coming in. So that helped them a lot. Pirates have not drawn a penalty, but 2-1 Crookston after two. They've outshot Fort Francis 30-8 through two periods. That means 13 second period saves for Madison Bliss. She has 28 saves through two. And Campbell Friggy had 3 saves in the second, 2-period total of 7 for Friggy. Larry Altringer won the check-a-puck here between the second and third period, as they always do. Pirates 2-1 lead. See how they come out in that third period. Fort Francis hanging on. They lost 7-0 at East Grand Forks last night. And they are hanging on here and then score a goal and get right back into it at trailing 2-1. UMC, they're going to play here at 2 o'clock this afternoon in college hockey. They're playing Bethel. They beat them last night 10-5. They have a rematch this afternoon at 2. Gopher hockey again, or is it Wild hockey tonight? I can't remember. One of the two, 6:30 tonight. Or the Wild are playing in, actually the Wild are playing this morning, I think. So it must be Gopher hockey. Notre Dame beat the Gophers last night 4-2. Mike Hastings, number 1, Wisconsin, got beat by Michigan State last night. University of North Dakota slammed Miami of Ohio. But the Wild are playing in Sweden about the same time we were. So we'll see how they do over in Sweden. A couple games today and tomorrow. Tomorrow night we have Minnesota Viking football. They're at Denver, another big game for both teams. And we'll have that tomorrow night on KROX. Right here, the Crookston Pirate boys hockey team. They're scrimmaging in Warroad today. A bunch of teams up there. They're scrimmaging. The Crookston girls basketball team is scrimmaging in Barnesville. And sure there's another scrimmage going on or not, but some of the activities that I can remember, I don't have the sheet in front of me. But the Pirate boys hockey team, they don't open up for another week. They open up at Hallock against Kitson Central, I believe. Last year, Crookston beat Fort Francis 4-0 here, the first game of the season for the Pirates. But here it's 2-1 after 2. Crookston playing against Fort Francis, and Pirates lead 2-1. We'll be back to the Crookston Sports Center here in just a bit.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Still between periods here. 2-1, Crookston leads Fort Francis after one period of play. This afternoon we'll have Gophers football. They're playing at Ohio State, who's undefeated. Gophers 5-5, finding that sixth win in a bowl possibility elusive. Here's in North Dakota. They're playing at 1 o'clock this afternoon in football, taking on Illinois State. North Dakota State, they're at Northern Iowa at 4 this afternoon. We have college hockey tonight, Notre Dame at Minnesota, 6:30 pregame show. Crookston dance teams at a Brainerd Invitational today. I don't have any score of Mahnomen in Class A state football semifinals. Mahnomen Waban was taking on Springfield at 9 this morning. That one's probably over. And 11:30, Belgrade Bruten El Rosa was take on Minnesota. The two winners will play in the Class A state championship next weekend. Dilworth Linden Felton, they're playing at 2 o'clock in Class 3A semifinal against Stewartville. And at 4:30, Annandale takes on Dassel-Colcato in Class 3A. And then tonight in Class 5A at 7 o'clock, Andover against Chanhassen. Other girls hockey today. International Falls is playing at Thief River Falls. Warroad, I told you, 1-2. Warroad playing at Holy Angels Academy. Fort Francis will play another game tonight at Detroit Lakes at 6 o'clock. Roseau playing at Holy Family Catholic, and Sartell is at Bemidji. Told you girls basketball, they're scrimmaging here against East Grand Forks today. And boys hockey is scrimmaging up at Warroad. UMC women's basketball, they play Crown College this afternoon at 2 o'clock. UMC men's basketball team is playing Wisconsin Parkside. They're at Kenosha, Wisconsin again at 3 o'clock. Bethel University, who lost 10-5 last night to UMC in club hockey, will play here at the Crookston Sports Center at 2. Minnesota Wild, they started at 10 o'clock this morning, taking on Ottawa at Sweden. And the Minnesota Timberwolves are at New Orleans tonight at 6 o'clock. That's the schedule we have on tap today. And just looking, if I can, looking at tomorrow. Takes a while for. Okay, tomorrow the Wild play Toronto at Sweden. That'll be at 7 o'clock our time tomorrow morning. Minnesota Vikings at Denver, 7:20 tomorrow night. We'll have the pregame at 6:30 on KROX. And Paige Buchers and UConn, the University of Connecticut women's basketball team, will be playing the Gophers tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. That will be a big test for the Gophers, to say the least. Well, Fort Francis is back on the ice, and the Pirates are stepping on as we speak as well. Ice has been resurfaced, of course. Jason Wardner, the linesman, gets the puck for the third period. Pirates played Prior Lake the first game of the season. Corky Reynolds of Crookston had to hand out 5 pucks to Prior Lake. 5 different girls scored their first goal of their career in that game. It was the youth for Prior Lake. Here we go, Cassie Solheim. Pirates going to our left this period. The puck is dropped, and it's laying there for Reese Swanson. Reese comes over to Fee at center ice. Fee on her backhand goes back to her forehand, looks, and up to Reese Swanson. Tipped away, Fee trailing. Puck to Taylor Field, back to Fee, couldn't grab it. Fee behind her net, still battling there. She goes go to Taylor Field, try to get Solheim in front. Cassie in front now. Solheim with it, goes to the far boards. Taylor Field there with it. Field still with the puck. In front, uses a screen, couple Pirate screens, and went off the goaltender in the near corner. Fee goes to Solheim. Behind the net, side to center. It's tipped off the goaltender stick all the way back out to center. Swanson. Reese spins up, heading for the ice, comes in, a shot right on, saved by Bliss. Rebound cleared by Fort Francis, and out they come to center. Dumping it in is Marley Bliss. Crookston has it. Here's Tall. Brecken Tall, long pass. That's too far for everybody. They wave off icing. Quickly for the puck is Coleman. Overskated the puck. Brindley gets it back in the corner, still battling there, pushed against the boards, and now getting the puck and out to center ice is McCoy. And the Pirates, Bailey, tipped away. Comes back to Jocelyn Field. She makes one move. She's inside the Fort Francis blue line along the near boards. Try to dump it into Coleman. It's in the Fort Francis corner. It's dug out there by Kenny. Kenny still with it. And she tried to go back and out, and they do flip it. And bounce rolls back in the Crookston zone. It's a long pass up to Fee. Fee coming with Field. Stops. Fee looking, had it knocked off her stick out to center ice again. And back is Crookston. Morgan Nelson dumps it. Behind the net there is Field. Couldn't over too far for Fee, but Nelson's there on the point, keeping it in. Morgan being tied up, still with it. Dumps it in the corner. Behind the Fort Francis net. This is Taylor Field. Left it for Solheim. In front, a shot by Tiedemann off the side of the net. Here's Solheim trying to get it in front. It tipped in the near corner. Here's Fee along the boards, battling. They're all battling there. Dug out by Taylor Field. Takes a shot right on. sticked away by Bliss, the goaltender. Fee has it, turns, takes a shot right down by below Bliss, but nobody could get it for Crookston. Here's Pirates trying to go for the net. Knocked off the play, and it's sent out to center, too far for McQuaker. And now it's center ice. Jocelyn leaves the puck, and skating up is Tiedemann. Up the slot area. Backhands it toward the net, goes wide. Tiedemann tracks it down behind the net. Comes out with it, knocked down by Fort Francis. They have it, they do get it out to center ice. And back is Clausen. Behind her net, Kaylee Clausen trying to skate out. Got the puck up, the Pirates couldn't get it out. And back is LaPlante. Off the glass to center. And it's tipped by Tull. Tull coming in. Semi-break, a shot right on, saved by Bliss by the glove, and right down in front of her and cleared away by her defenseman. Dug out by one of them, Lucas Enberg. She comes out looking, banks it hard off the boards. It's grabbed by one of her teammates, Pope. Gets it in the Crookston zone. She's knocked off the play. We got a penalty coming up on Jocelyn Field. And it'll be assessed, and they'll call it tripping. Pirates' first penalty of the game. That comes at the 4:21 mark of the third period. So, Pirates shorthanded for the first time on the tripping call to Jocelyn Field. Puck dropped, and it's tied up, kept in by Fort Francis. Now on the point, a shot, and that doesn't get there off Reese Swanson, the defenseman. Reese battling there in the corner. Now it's still with it is Fort Francis. Behind the Crookston net, with it is Cross. Back to the point. They keep it in. Now coming back to the other point to Tom. She has trouble. Fee knocked it away. Now Taylor Field with it to Fee. Fee coming in one-on-one on a defenseman. Fee cuts the middle, lets a shot go using the defenseman as a screen. It's off a stick and goes wide. Now coming out with the puck is Fort Francis again. That's Tom, big tall defenseman. Takes the shot, sticked away by Friggy. Tom gets it. She's tripped up on the play, and Morgan Nelson will go off for tripping. And here's a shot. Friggy knocks it away. The Pirates touch the puck. And another penalty. This comes at the 5:14 mark. So tripping and Morgan Nelson. So they don't have the time on the penalty, so this will come at 39:53. So a minute 7, I think. Minute 7 and a two-person advantage here. 5-on-3, Fort Francis on the power play. Crookston will have Bailey, Coleman, and Clausen out on the penalty kill. Taking the draw is Farnington. She wins it, back to the point. Playing catch back here, Lucas Enberg with it. She goes over to Sinclair. Here's a shot taken, goes wide off the stick of Marley Bliss. Back at the near point, Lucas Enberg slides it over to Sinclair. There's Marley Bliss, right circle. Here's with the puck. They center it, and Farnington tried to tip it there. Tom hands it off. They go back behind the net. Sinclair with it. That's a Quaker out there. Here's a shot. Doesn't get to the net. Backhanded, but not out by Coleman. Kept in by Lucas Enberg. Enberg has it back. She walks in, right circle. Shot gloved by Friggy. 10:57 to go. Pirates change up. We got Tull, LaPlante, and Swanson out there. LaPlante fans on trying to get it out of the zone. Kept in by Lucas Enberg. Now they try to pass it in front. The passer fell down as she was passing it. Crookston got the puck, but not control of it. Now it's one Pirate back on the ice, so it's 5-on-4. Out of the penalty box, knocked away, and we got a penalty coming up, a holding call coming up on Lucas Enberg. She grabbed Jocelyn Field coming out of the penalty box. The 6:30 mark. Holding penalty. Lucas Enberg got that holding call. Pirates have it on the 4-on-4 now. Here's Swanson in the Fort Francis zone. Swanson takes a shot, bad angle, Fee in front, trying to get her stick on the puck, but she was being stick checked pretty hard there by defenseman Jersey Calder. Face off to the right. Again, 4-on-4 hockey here. 10:08 to go in the game. 2-1 the score. Crookston has 2 power play goals, looking for 3 here. Here's Fort Francis. They get the puck out. The Pirates were caught pinching that time, and in comes McQuaker. She takes a shot. Nice blocking save there by defenseman Reese Swanson. Over is Bailey. Bailey passed to Fee outside the blue line, lost it. Now Bailey with it again as the Pirates are 5-on-4 power play. Pass up to Morgan Nelson, walking right in. Nelson shoots, and a pad save by the goaltender Bliss. Here's back at the point, Cassie Solheim. She takes the shot. That goes wide. After it, Morgan Nelson. Nelson knocked it, goes after it behind the net, tried to center it, couldn't do it. Now the Muskies get it to try to get it out, kept in by Clausen. In front, Morgan Nelson, a shot right on. The rebound popped over Solheim, and we're going to get a cross-checking penalty coming up on McCoy for Fort Francis. 7:47 mark. So Fort Francis, Pirates will be a 2-man advantage here. 40-9, shots favor Pirates. They lead 2-1. Here's the draw to Morgan Nelson. Nelson on a wing, comes back to the point. Here are the Pirates, the shot taken, that goes wide. Here's Solheim. Solheim now. Spins, comes back, leaves it for Nelson. Nelson behind the net. Nelson comes out in front, a shot goes wide in front of that goaltender. Puck controlled by Solheim. Back to Clausen. Comes back to Swanson. To Clausen. Right circle. Shot. And that's knocked down by Bliss. Rebound picked up by Calder. Tries to get it out, and she does. Out in the center ice area. 8.5 minutes to go as Fort Francis gets one player back out there. 5-on-4 now. Crookston gets it in the Fort Francis zone. With it is Coleman. Drops it back to Clausen. Over to Swanson. Swanson comes to Clausen. She slaps a shot off a stick up over the net, behind the net. Here's Fort Francis, tries to wrap it out. Kept in by Swanson. Right, and here's the shot knocked down by Crookston. They come out and they dump it down ice. Fort Francis will change up. As will Crookston. Here's a long pass off the stick of Coleman. It's in the Fort Francis zone. Kept in on the point, but Fort Francis finds an opening and sends it all the way back. Crookston retreats. Behind her net is LaPlante. Up off the stick, but catching up with it is Jocelyn Field. She's in that slot area, loses the puck, and sent out again by Fort Francis. And here's the Muskies coming back at full strength. 5-on-5. Fee takes a shot wide of the net, going for an opening spot on the right side, but shot it wide. Now it's back in the Crookston zone. Back is Tall, leaves it there, and up comes Emma LaPlante. Emma is in the Fort Francis zone, puts it between the legs, takes a shot, she scores. What a goal by Emma LaPlante. Came in, made one move, got loose, and alone on the goaltender, and got it by Bliss on her stick side. And Emma LaPlante scores her second goal of the season. And a big power play goal for, not a power play goal for the Pirates at the 10-17 mark. Just after the last penalty to Fort Francis came back at full strength. Puck drop, 3-1 Crookston with the lead. Morgan Nelson. LaPlante from Solheim on the goal for the Pirates. Emma's second of the year. Here, puck is at center ice. Kaylee Clausen going back to her blue line there, and her pass hits a Fort Francis player, able to put it back to the Crookston blue line. Fee is there, her pass behind field. Now it's at center and in the Crookston zone. Up is Clausen. She's tied up. Puck dug out, and it goes to Cassie Solheim. Solheim now to Fee. Fee up to center ice. She's by herself. She'll skate, try to get through the defenseman, knocked away, laying there in the slot area. And here's Coleman, a shot right on. Pad saved by Bliss. Behind the Fort Francis net, Coleman there was two Fort Francis players on her, but Tull picks the puck up, gets it in front in the slot area, and now it's picked up by Pope. Goes to Kenny. And Kenny sends it in. Back Crookston. Swanson. She goes back behind her net one more time. Now comes out the left side, and she has some room, and Reese is on the move. Up to center. Swanson at the blue line. Knocked away. And here is Tall. Goes right side. The puck is on net and gloved by goaltender Bliss. 4:55 to go, third period. 3-1. Crookston has the lead. Football, Mahnomen got beat this morning. Springfield beat Mahnomen 36-12. The Wild were leading Ottawa 1-0 in Sweden. Fort Francis in their own zone. Cassie Solheim tripped up, but and allows Fort Francis to get the puck. They send it out, bounces high, and back in the Crookston zone goes Ashlyn Bailey. Bailey behind her net, up to Taylor Field, backhands it up, tipped by Solheim, and Fee goes back. She's looking, goes right side to Swanson. Swanson now at the blue line. She's in, right circle, a shot right on, saved by Bliss. Swanson still with it, leaves it behind the net to Fee. Fee comes out in front, a hard pass there, but unable to pick it up was Jocelyn Field. Now it's Swanson to Fee again. And Field has it. Jocelyn gets between two, then lost the puck, which is picked up by Lucas Enberg. Behind her net, she gets away from Field, goes in the far boards, and tipped up to Marley Bliss. She gets to her own blue line, sends it back in the Crookston zone, or Bailey's back there. Bailey, long pass for the Pirates to Tall. Brecken was left it behind the net. Coleman, Tall, trailing, picked it up. Now it's along the far boards, and Evans with it, tied up by Tall. Comes back, Jocelyn Field to LaPlante, to Bailey. Bailey now in the circle, a shot that's off the goaltender, goes to the far side. And now it's Puck with it out to center ice. Bailey knocks it down, leaves it for Jocelyn Field. Field in the high slot, a shot off the glove of the goaltender. In is Fee behind the net off to the left side. In Fort Francis territory there. They're jammed up and tied up there. Coleman trying to dig up Fee, digs it out herself. Comes on the backhand toward the net, is taken down. We got a penalty coming up on Fort Francis. With it is, they're coming up on who? Holding call. Not sure why they blew the whistle there. Crookston had the puck. It'll be holding on Alum. 2.5 minutes to go on the hockey game. The Pirates will get another power play goal. Second penalty of the game for Alum. Crookston power play, long pass to Field. Field coming in, right circle, hit a defenseman, knocked down. Field with it. Field to Solheim. Solheim to Field in the near corner. They run into each other. Now Field with it. Field takes the shot, saved by Bliss. Solheim couldn't get in front. Now Cassie Solheim comes back. Puck goes wide of the net. Now it's on the far boards. Over for it is Marley Bliss. She got it by one. Fee is there. She slaps it in, goes wide. Now Taylor Field picks it up in the right circle to Solheim in front. A backhander save. Here's Fee, turns, lets a shot go. That's high over the net. Could have been tipped there. Now Swanson to Taylor Field. Field tied up in the near corner. Solheim goes in to try to get the puck. And the Pirates do get it. This is Taylor Field. Field, Solheim, back to the point to Nelson. Goes over to Swanson. Swanson banks it to Field. Field on the far boards. Comes back, drops pass for Nelson. Back to Field. One-timer right on. Gloved by the goaltender, Bliss. 1 minute to go in the hockey game. 48-10, the Pirates have outshot Fort Francis. Crookston has a 3-1 lead. Jocelyn Field on the draw, wins it. She leaves it back at the point to Clausen, comes over to Bailey. Pad save, rebound, hits the pipe on the right side. That was Coleman. Puck is out to center. Here is Clausen, right at the red line. Kaylee skates up, takes a long shot. That's off bodies and goes in the near corner. Coleman quickly there, but her bank shot picked off by Fort Francis. Foy. Now on the other side, here's a shot up high and wide as Fort Francis comes back at full strength. Now it's at center. Coleman has it taken away by Kenny. Kenny, a long shot, saved by Friggy with 15.4 seconds to go in the hockey game. Face off to the left of Friggy. Pirates are going to go to 2-1 on the season. 11-5 will Fort Francis drop. Puck Fort Francis in the Crookston zone. Try to center it. Picked off by Swanson. 5 seconds to go. Swanson carries it up to center, and that'll be the hockey game as the Crookston Pirates come up with a 3-1 victory over Fort Francis. Pirates made hard work of it, but Madison Bliss was tough in goal. So the Pirates do pick up a couple power play goals in the second period and one just after a power play in the third and make that stand 3-1 to win their second of the season. So we'll take a break. hear from some of our sponsors, make these games possible on KROX Radio and KROX Video. We'll be back with coach and probably a player. That's all coming up on the post-game show. You're listening to Pirate Girls Hockey here on KROX.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at GoHugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Come see the Crookston or Foston Eye Clinic for all your eye care needs. Whether you're due for an eye exam, looking for new contact lenses, glasses, need cataract surgery, or anything else eye-related, Doctors Forget, Smith, and Genanetta are all accepting new patients. They offer a wide array of glasses, contacts, and sunglasses. Need specialized eyewear for a specific activity? From specific ski or snowmobile goggles to performance sunglasses for running or cycling to a full spectrum of specialty tints and eyewear for trap shooters, the Crookston or Foston Eye Clinic can help maximize your visual performance for whatever your passion is.
Hello, this is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community Crookston. Over the years, we have seized the opportunity to make changes and improve the services that we offer. Healthcare has taken on a very distinct evolution, focusing on post-acute, short stay, and return to home. It is our privilege to continue to serve our community with continuum of care ranging from assisted living, memory care, post-acute, short stay, and extended care. We are so grateful for the support of Crookston and the surrounding communities. In this season of giving and reflection, please know how very proud Benedictine Living Community of Crookston is to serve our community.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
Pirates win 3-1 over the Fort Francis Muskies. Nobody scored in the first period, not from lack of trying. The Pirates had outshot Fort Francis in the first period 15-4, but couldn't dent it by Madison Bliss, the Fort Francis goalie. It was no scoring after one, no penalties. Second period, the Pirates scored 2 power play goals on the only 2 penalties of the period. They were on Fort Francis. First one was Cassie Solheim, who tipped a shot from Ashlyn Bailey on a power play at 7:24. Solheim from Bailey. Pirates had a 1-0 lead. Then a couple of minutes later, they got another power play, and they scored again. And this was Taylor Field. As she scored, Morgan Nelson from the point passed it to Addie Fee on the right side of the goaltender. Fee took a quick shot on her. The rebound came right to Taylor Field, who slapped her home. Taylor's second of the season from Fee and Nelson, a power play at 10:16. But Fort Francis scored their only goal with 24 seconds to go in the second period. And it was Marley Bliss from the high slot, slid a shot on the ice and got between the 5-hole on the goaltender, Campbell Friggy. It was Bliss from Evans at 16:36. 2-1. Crookston lead over Fort Francis after the second period. Third period, a lot of half power play goals. Both teams were taking penalties. The Pirates took 2 57 seconds apart, and then Fort Francis took 2 minute and a half apart. So each team had some ample opportunities on power plays, did not score. Pirates did score the only goal of the third period at 10:17 when Emma LaPlante scored, coming right up the slot from Cassie Solheim. And that's the third goal of the game, and that's the Pirates a 3-1 victory over Crookston. Pirates go to 2-1 on the season, and Fort Francis drops to 11-5 on the season. Their 16th game of the year, and they play 17th tonight. So they're I told him he was a glutton for punishment, but anyway, we have Emily Meyer, the coach for the Pirates, with us, and 3-1 victory. It started slow for you, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that was really the talk that we had after that first period, is we did not come out the way that we really wanted to, and it took us a little bit to get to that third period where I think that's where we played our best hockey.
Did you get frustrated in the first period?
A little bit, but I think it comes down to the girls already know what they need to work on, and they do a really good job, and I think just making sure that we played together and played with that intensity that we played against Thief River Falls was kind of the key, and it took us a little bit to get there.
So you come out to 0-0 after one, and then it took a while in the second, but you did. They took two penalties, and you made them pay on both of them. I'm sure it was good to see you score a couple power play goals.
Yeah, I mean, it's our power play is going to take a little bit more work, but seeing that we got a little bit of success on that today was good to see. And I mean, it wasn't pretty, a lot of them, but when we got traffic in front, and that was kind of the key. And I really thought that the green line that we have of Brindley and Jocelyn Field and Breckenthal, I mean, those girls really worked hard today, and they were not afraid to get hit in that gritty spot in front of the net, and that's really what brought them success today.
The Pirates, Cassie Solheim scored her first of the season. As you said, she was in front, got a tip.
Yeah, and that's just kind of the key, is when we have traffic out front, we knew this goalie from last year, and when she could see the puck, she would stop the puck. So if we made sure that we got in her face a little bit, made it a little bit harder for her to see, that was going to bring us success. So when we did that, that's how we got two of our goals.
Yeah, the second one is a power play, same way, Taylor Field in front.
Yeah, and that was just a screen tip kind of thing, and making sure that we buried those rebounds, because when she let rebounds out, those were some juicy ones, and I know that we were trying to just crash the net and crash it hard, and we did a lot of that and played until we heard their whistle, so that was good.
2-0 lead. Looked like that was going to be the second period, but they got one with 24 seconds to go.
Yeah, after they called that timeout, I knew that they were going to be coming out with some force and some speed, and that's what they did. Is we kind of broke down a little bit because they brought it, and that's how they capitalized. I mean, there was a lot of scrum out in front of the net, and that girl, she was just a trailer. And so when she was able to pick it up and she put it hard on the ground or on the ice past Campbell, she just couldn't see it. So I know that's one that she wished she could have had back too.
2-1 after one, and again, it took a while. In the third period, you scored the only goal there, and that was Emma LaPlante just walking up the slot.
Yeah, and that's what she's good at. I mean, she's got speed, she's got hands, and she's got a nose for the net. And I mean, she does a really good job just staying back on the blue line when she can, and it contains her a little bit. But I know that kid, if she could, she'd be a little bit of everywhere. And I mean, that's how she gets her success. So it was really good to see her really find that corner and pick it and score a goal, because we needed that.
Yeah, you're up 3-1 with almost 7 minutes to go in the game. A lot of penalties, 5-on-3s and stuff going on.
Yeah, and we did a really good job between Brindley and Brecken being that third or that top person on the triangle for a 5-on-3, and they did a good job getting that. And then when we got to be 4-on-4, it gave us a little bit more breathing room. It was just a little tough that we didn't know what time was left on the penalties, because we weren't able to get them up on the scoreboard. But I think we really did a great job being aware and killing those penalties off.
You win 3-1. You outshoot them in the game 49-11. So quite a effort of shooting. Arms must be sore in that locker room, but got to figure out a way to beat some of these goalies.
Yeah, because I mean, that was the thing, is we put a lot of pucks on net, but it's making sure that it's quality over quantity, and making sure that we get that traffic in front, because I think with a lot of those shots that went on net, if we would have been in front of it and took away the goalie's eyes, they would have been a different story. But that's just more that we're going to have to work on. So
3-1, you win, second win of the season. Now you go to Thief River Falls next Friday and Saturday and play a couple. Well, West Fargo certainly has been a defensive-minded team. You play them again, West Fargo United, on Friday night. Saturday morning, you'll take on well, they've always been tough for you guys, and they've been ranked in the top 10 last year, Fergus Falls.
Yeah. I mean, coming into it against West Fargo we know that they're going to be that physical team. They always have been. They've always been gritty out in front of their net and in front of ours, and making sure that, I mean, collectively as a group in the locker room, we've just decided we got to come into every single game as the underdogs so that we can go in there and fight and really play our game. Because the moment that we start playing down to other teams' levels, that's when we start to dig ourselves a hole and it's hard to get out of. And when it comes to West Fargo and Fergus Falls, those are going to be really good tests for us. West Fargo is just going to be that physical team, and then coming into Fergus Falls is they got some young kids. I mean, they're fast. I mean, they made it to the state tournament last season, and making sure that we just go out there and play our game, I think it'll be a good battle.
Okay, enjoy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Enjoy another week of good practice, and we'll see you next weekend.
Yes. Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, Emily Meyer, the head coach for the Crookston Pirates, and her thoughts on the game coming in. Now we have one of the Pirate players of the game, and it's Brecken Tall steps in with us, one of the senior captains of the Pirates, and tell us about the game. It looked like it was sort of, what am I doing here? Looked like it was certainly a defensive battle for them in that first period.
Yeah, we came out strong. We wanted to, just play our game and focus on doing the positives and getting goals and shots. So I think we did that the first period and just tried to keep it positive in the locker room and on the bench. And I think that really helped going into the second, where maybe it wasn't our best period, but I think we pulled it out, and the third period was better. So it was good.
First period, you get frustrated a little bit with so many shots on goal and not scoring as a team, or you try to keep it positive, like you said?
Yeah, I mean, we do get a little frustrated, but we also want to get the shots on net, so we are happy about that.
Yeah, I remember it was the first period. You had a point blanker one, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a little scary. So I learned my lesson not to go into the boards face first.
How about the second period then? You worked on power play a little more this week in practice, and then you get a couple of power play goals in the second period.
Yeah, that was really good to see that our power play was working and scoring. We just have to, we're really good about setting it up, and we just have to focus on that. And I think we did a good job today, and that's what helped.
2-1 after one. They got that late goal there. Does that take a little steam out of your feeling? You were leading 2-1, thinking that might be the way the period would end?
Maybe. I mean, you never want to get scored on, but I also think it gave us a little bit of fire that we can't sit back and just be comfortable, that we always have to go out and play hard.
A lot of special team play today as well. Your penalty kill continues to be outstanding.
Yes. I think we're really good at that, because usually we play really defensive, and it works out in our favor every time we're on the PK.
I can't remember how many now, but opponents are 0 for whatever on the penalty or on the power play against you.
Oh, yeah. I think our penalty kill is actually really, really strong, and that's also what helps us. I don't know. It really helps us.
And your best player on the penalty kill is usually your goaltender, and you have to feel pretty confident there.
Oh, yeah. Campbell's, she plays outstanding every single game, and we know that we can trust her.
So you win 3-1. Now you get a week off for you get Thanksgiving. Do you get Thanksgiving off? You get
I think so.
Get off, no practice, but so you get ready for next weekend. That a couple of familiar opponents there. Should be a good tournament for you.
Yeah, it should. We just have to go in thinking we're the underdogs, and I think it'll be good. We'll have fun.
How about you, Brecken? This is your last year. I'm sure you can't believe that.
I know.
You're still a top scholar as well. Have you plans yet, what you want to do?
No. I know I want to go to college. I'm still exploring different career options and majors as of right now.
Okay. How about athletics in the future? You're certainly a great tennis player as well.
Yes, I think I don't know yet. I think if the opportunity comes to me, I'll take it, and we'll see.
Okay. Well, you got options anyway.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing. Must have been great to play in the state girls tennis tournament.
Yes.
A lot of fun there.
It was so much fun, and I had a blast, and I think it was a great way to end my tennis career. And now I'm playing hockey, and hopefully we can make it to the state tournament too.
Yes. How about spring? Do you?
No, I do not play sport.
Okay. So hockey will be it for your
Yep.
high school career. Well, it's got a ways to go. How about your family? I see your sister keeps growing up. She's playing hockey yet?
Yes, I think she's on the 12U team this year.
Your mom and dad are?
Ryan and Jennifer Toll, and yeah.
Yeah, okay. Seems strange to have Brecken as a first name with Breckens all over the place in Crookston.
Yeah, everyone gets me and Coral Brecken mixed up, so.
Yeah. Okay, well, good game for you. You got the
Thank
hard
you.
hat,
Yes.
and hopefully the rest of the season goes great for you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's Brecken Tall, our Pirate hard hat of the game. And her and Coach Meyer, thank them for coming up here as well. Well, that's it for us. We got Gopher football coming up at 1 o'clock pregame at Ohio State. Gopher hockey tonight hosting Notre Dame pregame at 6:30. So for all of us, Cam Heron, Chris Fee, and thanks for joining us on video and or radio. We thank you for joining us and telling you again the final score here this morning is the Crookston Pirates 3, Fort Francis girls hockey 1.